Hello my class 10 students. This is the MCQ paper of physics of class 10 ICSE. It is a sample question paper of one of the schools. Let us look at the questions. Question number 1, A. Let us look at it. Which of the following changes in a uniform circular motion? And the choices are velocity, speed. Now for circular motion, remember speed is constant. Then we have acceleration, and both velocity and acceleration is the last choice. To understand this question, let us look at the diagram. So shall we draw the diagram? So this represents the direction of the velocity, and this is the radius, and we will have the centripetal force which is radially inwards, like so. And it makes 90 degrees with the direction of velocity, which is the direction of displacement. So at each part on the circumference, you will see that the radius and the direction of displacement, that is the centripetal force and the direction of displacement, they are going to be at right angles, and you will see that the direction of the velocity is changing at every instant. Can you see that? So the velocity is having the same magnitude, but it is having different direction. So it becomes a variable displacement or the variable velocity because it's got variable direction. Okay. Now, if the same magnitude it has, means the speed is the same, because the magnitude of velocity is speed. So now acceleration will be v minus u upon t, which is the change in velocity upon time. And if the velocity is changing because of the direction changing, then acceleration also, which is delta v upon delta t, because delta v is changing in direction, it is variable, acceleration also becomes variable. So a correct option is the last one. B. Mohit, having a box on his head, climbs up a slope, and Sunil, having an identical box, walks the same distance on the level road. Who does more work against the force of gravity? So let us show the diagram. This is the incline, and then Mohit is climbing up the slope, so he acquires a height, and that height is going to give the work done as mgh. Okay, this is the vertical height, let us say. All right. On the other hand, when Sumit is walking on the level road, so let us show Sumit separately. That Sumit is the man who is walking horizontally along the level road. So you will see that gravity is making 90 degrees with the direction of displacement, and so the work done will be Fs cos theta, which is Fs cos 90 degrees, which is Fs into 0, which is 0, which is no work done. So who's doing more work against the gravity? Sunil is doing 0 work. Mohit is doing mgh. So the correct option is the first one. C. Sunanda used a blender to make frothy chocolate milkshake just as Alice liked. What is the energy change in the given example? Now, energy change, we are using a blender. So obviously you are going to use the electrical energy. So we have these two options. Second and fourth option will be wrong, and it will not be chemical energy from electrical energy. So that first one also is wrong. And now it will be the third one, which is electrical energy into mechanical energy, because it is going to rotate, right? In case of the image formation used in photographic camera, the object is placed, and we have four options. The first one says at infinity. Now, if the object is at infinity, then So from infinity, the rays will come parallel to the principal axis, or they'll be parallel to each other, and the image formed will be highly diminished. So in a camera, we use the convex lens, and we want the image to be diminished but not highly diminished. It should be just about that much size, correct? It should fit in the box, right? And it should be real image, and inverted image, it will be diminished image that should fit on the screen of the camera, right? So the correct option will be the last one. The object should be beyond 2f. All right. So let us come to E, that is fifth question. There is a sunken ship at the depth of 50 meters in the sea, and from the surface of the sea, a deep sea diver sends waves to locate it. So we have from the sea, this is the diver, he sends the waves, and the waves are striking the ship and they are returning back. All right, so he sent the waves and the waves are returning back. And this distance from here to here, this is your D, which is your 50 meters. Okay, so how much is the distance traveled by the waves? It will be this D and this D. So that is going to be, now you will say that this is slanting and this is the vertical height. The thing is that when we are sending the waves are sent like this and they are reflected back. This distance is going to be the same, the vertical distance and the slanting distance. But for convenience, I have shown this much gap between the incident wave and the reflected wave. So how much is the total distance? Total distance is 2d. So total distance is 2d, and the time taken will be dividing it, and our formula is V is equal to 2d upon t, correct? Now find the time when the wave will reach the diver after reflection. So the velocity is going to be 2d upon t, and the speed of sound in water, you can see that this part is missing, but it is 1400 meter per second, the speed of sound in water. We will first convert t equal to 2d upon v, and then we will substitute 2 into 50 upon 1400. This will get cancelled. 2 ones and 2 goes 70 times. 5 ones and 5 goes 14 times, correct? So you will have 1 upon 14. Now 1 upon 14, let us divide this. We will take this 0 and we will put a decimal point here, and that will give us this way. 14 sevens 98, remain 2, 14 ones 14. So we are having this as the option. Question 6, that is the second part of the same question. In the above case, which statement justifies whether an echo is heard or not? Now the time is this. Now this is less than 0.1 second, correct? Now in order to hear, the human beings need sound which is more than 0.1 second. So will he hear the echo? The echo will not be heard. So echo is heard as the sound reaches after reflection. This is not the option. Echo is heard as the sound reaches the diver after 0.1 second. So no, it is before 0.1 second. So this also is wrong. Echo is not heard as the sound reaches the diver within, means before 0.1 second is the correct option. Echo is heard as the distance between the diver and the ship is more than 17 meters. Now this 17 meters, they purposely kept this because minimum distance for the sound to be heard in air, it is 17 meters. But for water, it is not. So we are going to judge by the time taken for the wave to be reflected. So our correct option is this one. Let us look at our seventh question, that is question 1F. So from the ray diagram, answer the following questions. What will be the refractive index of the liquid with respect to air? Which means the ray is going from the air into the liquid, and so this is the angle of incidence, which is going to be, this is 30 degrees. This is 90, so angle I becomes 60 degrees. This is 90 degrees, and that is the normal. This is the angle of refraction, and so you will have refractive index, that is mu is equal to sine I upon sine R. Correct? So sine I will be sine of 60 degrees upon sine R is sine of 30 degrees. So that will give us sine of 60 degrees is root 3 upon 2 upon sine 30 is half. So that gives us root 3 upon 2 multiplied by 2 upon 1. That will give us root 3 as our value. And what is the option? Root 3, 1 upon root 3. This is the option. Let us see the other options. So this is the option. Let us go to the 8th one. An object in liquid, when viewed from the air, appears to be raised. This shift is maximum for. Now you must have the Vibgyor diagram in front of you, and you must know that your violet is 4000 angstrom unit and red is 8000. So lambda increases as we go from violet to red. Now the shift is going to be inversely proportional to lambda. So shift is going to decrease, which means the maximum shift is going to be this side and minimum shift is going to be this side. Now maximum will be here for violet. So this is our option. Got that? Let us look at our 9th question. A ray of light will pass without deviation through a pair of media, which means it will not bend. When will it not bend? When the two refractive indices are equal or when it is incident normally. What are the options? Speed of the light is different in both mediums, no. The angle of incidence is 90 degrees, no. When it is angle of incidence 0 degrees, that's the time no deviation takes place. Speed of light is same for both mediums, yes, this is correct. And angle of incidence is 180 degrees, that doesn't apply at all, so that is not the option. So option is the 3rd one. So this number 10 is the last question of the first question. Then we have the question 2. This says, which of the following quantity does not change on refraction? Now all of you know that is the frequency that does not change because it depends upon the source of light. So this was the solution of question 1 to 10 of the paper of preliminary examination of this ICSE school. I hope you have understood how to go about answering the different MCQ questions. Click the link below to get the full solved paper. Okay, so all the best for your examination and bye.